Hello and welcome to episode number 3 of Wild Encounters, where both Natalie and I will be highlighting our exciting wild encounters of the past week. We'll also be showing you what you, the viewers, have sent in to us. And of course, there'll be another top 10 with Ben. I've had another week full of fascinating wild encounters. I've seen more water voles, like this cute individual, and the weather's been calmer this week, so butterflies have been out in force, including what appears to be a species of rare fritillary butterfly. I've had a close encounter with a strangely cute bloody-nosed beetle, which was happy enough for me to handle without displaying its bleeding defence mechanism. Finally, this is the time of the year when chicks are fledging their nests, and I've seen many instances of this, including this blackbird fledgling and this starling fledgling, both of which were still being fed by their parents. These ducklings are another adorable example of when chicks will leave the nest and stay with their mother. And while seeing these ducklings, I saw my most exciting encounter of the week, and that was a dipper. And these are extremely rare birds, named after their hunting technique, where they'll bob or dive into the water to catch invertebrates in the fast-flowing rivers and streams. They're the only songbird capable of swimming. How cool is that? So Natalie's been on the farm reviewing all the camera trap footage. So let's check in with her to see what exciting things have been seen on the farm this past week.
So our camera traps this week haven't given us anything mind-blowing, but we have still seen our top predators. We've still seen foxes and badgers, which is fantastic. We've also seen a pair of nesting bullfinches, which is lovely to see because I haven't actually seen them here on the farm before. But my wild encounters of the week have got to include, I've seen mating damselflies, I've seen tadpoles that are turning into frogs, and we even found a brand new queen in our new beehive, which is really exciting. But my most exciting wildlife encounter of the week is a little bit of an odd one. See, our chickens have been laying eggs perfectly fine, perfectly normally, but if we don't go and collect them before 10 o'clock in the morning, they vanish. So who is the culprit? Is it a person or an animal? Turns out it was a bird. A crow, to be exact. This crow was being very sneaky, sitting on a post waiting for the chickens to lay their eggs before flying into the hen house, taking the eggs whole and flying off with them to eat. How extraordinary is that?
Right, so now it's time for another top 10 with Ben, and after Natalie's encounter with an egg-stealing crow and the fact they're seen every day on the farm, it's only appropriate that I feature Corvids for my third instalment. Starting at number 10. The Corvids are a family of songbirds known as the crow family. This includes ravens, crows, rooks, jackdaws, magpies and jays, with the raven being classed as the largest songbird on Earth. Number 9. So they're found all over the world except for southern South America and the poles. We have 8 species in the UK. Now for 8. They have a deep association with folklore and superstition, from being known as the harbinger of death to people having to salute the lone magpie in order to avoid bad luck and sorrow. And coming in at number 7, they're often gregarious, meaning they'll form flocks, and a group of crows is known as a murder, and a group of ravens, a conspiracy or unkindness, once again showing the link to folklore and superstition. Number 6. So they're normally monogamous, meaning they will mate for life, and they show a cooperative breeding behaviour, and this is where fledglings will stay on and help the parents bring up a new brood of chicks. They often will feed the mother while she sits and incubates the eggs. Right, so number 5. So the crows are not fussy eaters, and they'll eat anything and everything. It's estimated they eat over 1,000 food items, from lizards, amphibians, small mammals, eggs, fruit, corn, insects, and even human vomit. In at number 4, crows are extremely intelligent, with a brain-to-body ratio equivalent to chimpanzees. This means they have very long memories, they can pre-plan tasks and problem solve better than children can. They're even able to recognise different faces and can even barter for food with gifts. Right, now the business end. At number 3, they have exceptional vocal capability. Ravens can learn to mimic a basic human speech and, more impressively, perform impressions in different tones. Number 2, Captive and pet crows will name their owners with a unique call which does not feature anywhere else in their language. This begs the question as to who is really the pet here. And finally, number 1. Corvids are capable of using tools, one of the indicators we use to measure high intelligence in animals. They use sticks to hook out grubs and even lure fish using bread. They're even known to drop nuts they cannot crack open onto pedestrian crossings, where they allow cars to squash the nut and then they wait for all the pedestrians to use the crossing, where they know it's safe for them to go down and collect the nut as there's no traffic to harm them. How clever is that? And once again, shows their capabilities of problem solving. So please have a look at some of the research being done to study corvid intelligence. I can guarantee it will blow your mind. I think the corvids are great, and now hopefully you do too. Now it's time to look at some of your wild encounters. Just look at this magnificent slowworm James spotted. Isn't Sandra lucky to have a woodpecker in her garden? And Penny has a lovely frog in her pond, something I hope to find in the pond I built very soon. From now on, Wild Encounters will be a feature of By The Brook, so this is the last time it will be a standalone episode. Make sure you join us next Friday for the brand new episode By The Brook. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook for the latest updates and content.